Why did the light bulb go to school? Because it wanted to be brighter. Now that's just a joke, but hey, we're all here to learn something new, right? And today, we're diving into the fascinating world of light. Light, it's everywhere. Whether it's the sun illuminating our day or the stars twinkling at night, light is a constant companion in our lives. It helps us see, it keeps us warm, and it even helps plants grow. Did you know that light is also a speed demon? It travels at a mind-blowing speed of 186,282 miles per second. That's so fast that if you could travel as fast as light, you could go around the Earth 7.5 times in just 1 second. Isn't that amazing? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to learn about light. Stay tuned to find out more about this amazing thing we call light. Have you ever wondered where light comes from? Well, let's explore this bright question together. Light can be found in many places and comes from various sources. Some of these sources are natural, like the sun, while others are man-made, like light bulbs and fire. Let's start with the sun, our most important source of light. This gigantic star, which is a whopping 93 million miles away from us, lights up our world every day. The sun is so powerful that its light reaches us in about 8 minutes, even though it's so far away. Isn't that incredible? And here's a fun fact. Without the sun, life on Earth would not exist. It's our planet's ultimate powerhouse, providing us not only with light, but also warmth and energy for plants to grow. But what about when the sun goes down? We still have light, right? That's where man-made sources of light come into play. Take a look around your house, you'll probably see several light bulbs. These little guys may not be as big or as bright as the sun, but they sure do a great job of keeping our homes lit up when it's dark outside. Now let's talk about fire. This source of light has been around for a long time, even before light bulbs were invented. Ancient people discovered fire and used it as a source of light to keep away the darkness. Whether it's a candle, a fireplace, or a campfire, fire can create a warm and inviting light that's perfect for storytelling or roasting marshmallows. So as you can see, light comes from many different sources. It can be as massive and powerful as the sun, or as small and cozy as a candle. Each source of light plays a crucial role in our daily lives, illuminating our world and bringing brightness into the darkness. Now you know not all light comes from the same place. Light isn't just bright, it has some pretty cool properties too. Let's dive right into the fascinating world of light. Now think about light as an incredibly talented performer, with skills that can amaze even the most skeptical among us. One of these skills is reflection. This is the reason why we can see our own reflection in a mirror. Light hits the mirror and bounces back, allowing us to see ourselves. It's like light playing a game of ping pong with the mirror. Next up is refraction. This is when light changes direction as it passes from one medium to another, say from air into water. Ever noticed how a straw in a glass of water looks bent or broken? That's refraction at work. Light is like an expert dancer, twirling and changing direction smoothly as it moves from air to water. But wait, there's more. Light also has the ability to disperse or spread out. This happens when light passes through a prism. A prism is a piece of glass with flat polished surfaces that refract or bend light. But here's the fun part. When light passes through a prism, it doesn't just bend, it splits into a spectrum of colors. This is how we get a rainbow. Imagine light as an artist, carrying a palette of colors within itself, and when it passes through a prism, it unveils all those beautiful colors. From red to violet, it's like light is putting on its own art show. So, light isn't just about helping us see, it's about creating a spectacular visual feast filled with reflections, dancing directions, and a burst of colors. To sum it up, light is a performer, a dancer, and an artist all in one. It reflects, refracts, and disperses, showcasing its incredible abilities and adding color to our world. So the next time you see a rainbow, remember it's light showing off its colors. Did you know our eyes need light to see? That's right. It's like having a superhero power, but instead of shooting lasers from our eyes, we need light to dart into them. So how exactly does this magic happen? Let's dive in. Imagine light as a swarm of tiny, speedy particles called photons, bouncing around all over the place. When these photons hit an object, they reflect off it and dash straight into our eyes. Our eyes then capture these photons and convert them into electrical signals that our brain can understand. And voila, we can see the world around us. But here's a fun twist. You know how we can see all these beautiful colors around us? From the blue sky above to the green grass below? Well, it turns out we're only seeing a teeny tiny part of all the light that's out there. This is what we call visible light. Imagine a massive cosmic rainbow that stretches way beyond what we can see. This is called the light spectrum. Now, visible light is just one slice of that huge rainbow. It's like having a giant pizza, but we can only see and taste one slice. Beyond our slice of the pizza, there's a whole world of light that we can't see, like infrared and ultraviolet light. Some animals, like bees and snakes, can see these other types of light. Bees see ultraviolet light, which helps them find flowers, and snakes see infrared light, which helps them hunt in the dark. How cool is that? So the next time you're looking at something, remember it's all thanks to light in your amazing eyes that you can see it. And while you're only seeing a slice of the light spectrum, it's a pretty awesome slice filled with all the colors of the rainbow. So remember, without light, we wouldn't be able to see a thing. And that's why seeing truly is believing, because without light there would be nothing to see. Ever wonder why your shadow follows you around? Well, it's all because of our friend, light. Here's how it works. Shadows are created when something like you blocks light. Think of it like this. Imagine you're standing between a bright flashlight and a wall. The light can't get past you, so it leaves a dark outline of you on the wall. That's your shadow. Now here's a fun fact for you. The position of the sun in the sky determines the size and direction of your shadow. When the sun is directly overhead at noon, your shadow will be the shortest. But when the sun is rising or setting, your shadow can stretch out and become a giant. Isn't that cool? You're not just you, you're also a light-blocking shadow-making machine. So, the next time your shadow follows you, you know it's just playing with light. Light isn't just for seeing, it's vital for life. Now you might be wondering how so? Well, let's chat about a process called photosynthesis. This is a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Try saying it 3 times fast. Photosynthesis is a process that plants use to convert sunlight into food. That's right, plants are like little green chefs, whipping up meals with a dash of sunlight, a sprinkle of carbon dioxide, and a pinch of water. What's the result, you ask? Well, plants create a type of sugar called glucose, which they use for energy and growth, but that's not all. They also release oxygen into the air, which is pretty important for us humans, and all other animals too. So, the next time you're basking in the sunlight, remember that it's not just making your day brighter, it's also helping plants to cook up a feast and breathe life into our world. So, light isn't just bright, it's also a lifesaver. Think you're a light expert now? Well, we sure have journeyed through a lot of bright ideas today. We kicked off with a light start, discovering what light is and where it comes from. We found out that light is more than just brightness. It has fascinating properties like reflection and refraction. Remember how we saw the magic of light and sight? Yes, without light, we wouldn't be able to see the beautiful world around us. And who can forget our fun with shadows? We learned how light creates shadows and even how to use the sun to tell time. Lastly, we illuminated the vital role light plays in life. It's not just about seeing, it's about living. Photosynthesis, anyone? And let's not forget vitamin D. Now before we put your light expertise to the test with a quiz, don't forget to subscribe to GURUKIDZ Smart Kids channel. Get ready for the quiz, it's time to test your light knowledge. Alright, it's quiz time, let's see how well you were paying attention. Here's our first question, and it's a big one. What is our most important source of light? Think hard, the answer is quite illuminating. Moving on to our second question, a bit of a colorful conundrum. What happens when light passes through a prism? Reflect on it, the answer might refract in your mind. And now for our final question, let's delve into the world of green and growing things. How do plants use light? Remember, the answer is a process that's absolutely essential for life on Earth. Don't worry if you didn't get all the answers right. The important thing is to keep learning and exploring. After all, even the brightest minds started out by asking questions and seeking answers. Great job on the quiz. Remember, you're a bright spark and keep shining.